The College Basketball Experience pregame show for Friday night, January the 24th, and Saturday opener look-aheads lines edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. Welcome, everybody, into the College Basketball Experience pregame show for Friday night, January the 24th, and Saturday look-aheads. Let's go, baby. Lots to talk about. We got Bowling Green. We got Maxion tipping off right now. Bowling Green, Toledo. Let's go Falcons. If you are wondering who you are listening to, I am Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Hope everybody had a good week. Cheers. Happy hour. We made it. Friday, Saturday slate. Lines are out already. Can't wait. Let's talk all about it. Joining me to talk college hoops, you guys know him as the DC Sports Messiah. He loves his Washington Capitals. As you can see, he is a wheat growing, green mowing. Troy Chewing, what's up, man? Mute.
God damn it. I came in there hot, too. I was like, the Capitals are a fucking wagon, dude. They're the best team in the league. We have to be the only college basketball show that gave out an easy 10-1 Ovechkin last goal yesterday. You're welcome, everyone.
You're welcome indeed. Money is money, and to a guy that likes some money from the great state of Wisconsin, you guys know him from the Pump Fake Pod. He is Stoolie Picks. What's up, Trev?
What's going on, guys? Yeah, it's a great short slate, but it's a good slate tonight. I'm excited.
It is quality. MAAC should be playing. Fucking bullshit. But hey, I tweeted at him last night. They're gonna get that shit fixed coming down the stretch in February, and we'll all be better for it. So let's talk about it. Did you guys bet Bowling Green and Toledo? They just tipped off. I have Bowling Green.
I debated. I laid off.
I ended up just taking the Bowling Green money line with a little bit less than like half a unit because I didn't really feel comfortable on the spread. And I just had to have skin in the game. I'd waited all day Friday without betting anything. So, got to throw something in there.
Little standalone action. All right, I love it. I'm on Bowling Green plus the 3. Let's talk about 7 o'clock slate. The headliner in the 7 o'clock slate is in the Big East. We got Villanova, Marquette. Villanova, this line is froze, as Trev likes to say. Stayed at 9.5 all day. I think Villanova's live in this game, guys. I think they can play through Dixon. Fade Shaka is a big favorite. I'm on the Wildcats here. Bounce back off that embarrassing home loss where they blew that game.
I will let Trevor take this one because he's got to talk about his favorite prop play.
Not my favorite today. They're catching up. It's minus 120 now, 125 for it. Dixon threes, tried and true. If I were to play this, I would just throw a 4+. He's hit 4 of them in 5 of the last 8. 3 of them in 6 of the last 8. So if he's going to get 3, he's going to get 4. He's got the volume. So I would do that. But if I had to pick a side, I do kind of like Nova with the points, but it feels a little bit like San Francisco, St. Mary's last night. They're giving you a lot of points for a reason. Marquette may mess them up, but I've got no skin in this one.
Yeah, I took the 9.5 with Villanova as well. I don't know if they're live, like Max says. They could be, but just based on the fact that Villanova plays all these close games and the Big East is usually, not a lot of teams like each other. I think that they keep this one a little closer, and it's like a, 6-point game or something like that.
Next game up in the 7 o'clock window, Milwaukee, Northern Kentucky. We head over to the Horizon game. Boy, this line tanked from last night. It was 3.5. Now it's 1.5. I still like the Norse. I said last night. I think the Norse are going to win. I think they've had a week off compared to Milwaukee, who's playing their second game in 3 days on the road. And I don't think the Norse are as bad as they've been over the last couple of weeks. So give me a bounce back with Darren Horn and company. They always play well at home in that style of play. So let's go Norse.
I was against you on this one. I was on Milwaukee. The line moving kind of scares me a little bit, and the whole 4 straight losses foxhole spot does kind of scare me. I'll stick with Milwaukee, but I think if you're going to bet the Norse at this point, just play the money line.
Yeah, I mean, what's it now? Plus 105?
I don't like
around there.
I feel like if they win a game at home here, there's a chance that it's only like a 1-point win or something like that. And they have to battle, when you're coming back from 4 straight losses, you're going to get tested and asked to see if you've, improved anything. I feel like you just play them to win if you think you're going to bet on Northern Kentucky.
Who do you like here, Trev? Yeah, last night I had Milwaukee, but the more I thought about it today, I saw that comment too, Trev. The more I thought about it today, like you're entirely right. Like Northern Kentucky needs this 4 straight losses. Milwaukee's been playing good, minus that debacle against Robert Morris. They almost won that game, but I mean, I don't like this game. I can't get a solid read on it. I have nothing in it, but I tend to agree with you after looking at it today, Mac, that it's definitely a must-have game for Northern Kentucky, and this line's starting to reflect it.
And shout out to the teacup taking a shitter there. Shout out to you. Good for you.
Are you on the toilet right now, currently watching?
Yeah. Don't forget to take your Pepto-Bismol. Next up.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion.
What's the next? Oh, the next big one in the 7 o'clock slate in the MAC. Kent, Ohio. Line flipped. This line has come crashing down.
Did someone hurt or anything?
Yeah, Ohio's banged up. Ohio's got some injuries, but, dude, injury reports are overrated in college basketball. I'm convinced. The more and more you watch the one-game pop-up for the next guys up, it's when you're missing guys 5-6 games over a stretch. I think you miss guys. I like Ohio here. Jeff Bowles and company. They get it done on the defensive end. I know offensively they might be a little challenged tonight, but they dragged us in the mud. They win a close one. I'll take them on the money line. I think they're minus 110 now. It's basically a pick now.
I mean, I think I still like Ohio here too. Just back-to-back road losses coming home. Kent State having that second leg on the road. I mean, I know travel isn't really that big of a deal up there. Everything's kind of compact up in there. But the thing that scares me is I thought that the opening 2.5 was telling for Ohio. So now I feel like I should believe that Kent State's 1.5 is telling, right? I'll still go against. I'll take my closing line value and take the points with Ohio still.
Yeah, I've been burned by that. I mean, the other night with Stojakovic and Curtis out for Cal, I was like, all right, I'm on FSU -2, and however many times before, it doesn't work out. So I'm tempted to play Ohio now just because it flipped and people are overreacting. I know Clayton and Hadaway, I saw earlier they were doubtful. I don't know what their status is now, but I'm guessing probably out based on this line flipping.
I mean, we've seen it more often. We've seen it more often than we have not. That the injury, the reserves pop up for a game or two. I mean, these are college kids. They're getting an opportunity to play. Some guys are going into bigger roles, and they really thrive off it, and they buy in, and they have a help. They play out of their minds, especially when they're at home. When they're at home is when I really like to take the team that's getting the inflated line because of a couple injuries. So, yeah, I love Ohio here tonight. Next up, all right, let's go. Let's go to the game that flipped again. Flip back where it belongs. St. Francis laying points against the pyramid scheme here. LIU. Dude, St. Francis is winning this game. They're last place in the league, and they're laying points against the frauds. You better cut the power here if you want to win this game, LIU.
This was sick to get St. Francis plus 1.5.
Oh, yeah.
It just feels like it's time to jump off the LIU roller coaster. I'm picking St. Francis, but I will be rooting against my own money just to see if Long Island can keep this shit up. Everybody in chat that's on the Sharks, drop the shark emojis.
99% of the bets of money on that Action Network.
Sharks in chat.
I did tweeted that out. I saw that shit. I was laughing. I go, how the fuck are 99% on fucking LIU?
Yeah, that line was so telling last night. I got St. Francis plus 2, so I know I'm screwed with how much CLV I got here. But yeah, I mean, like I said last night, LIU's been a covering machine. They've been a wagon, and now they were laying 1 last night, 1.5. I was like, that's telling you all you need to know. They ain't losing this game. Red flash, get a strike tonight, and it's St. Francis. All right.
Yeah. St. Francis is gonna blow these frauds out. Let's go. Tired of this shit. Wagner, Mercyhurst. What's this line at? This line has been flipping back and forth. Now it's at
Wagner's
laying a point.
Laying.
I would have been on the dog either way. I'm on Mercyhurst. I like the Lake Show. I actually thought they looked pretty good against LIU on Monday. They should have won. They fucking gave the game away. Yeah, give me the Mercyhurst. Give me the Staples.
Yeah, I took Wagner. I think Hospital 2.0, you can't air the soap operas at 7 p.m. They just can't compete with live sports and whatnot. So if this was the standalone afternoon game, you take Mercyhurst. But here, I'm taking the Wagner group to keep it up, baby.
Yep, I'm on Wagner money line too. I got 110 last night. I just think their defense is much better. I've bet this Mercyhurst team 3-4 times this year, and I've never once won with them. So maybe it's bad juju to fade them here. They might get the win, but I like Wagner's defense. Yeah, exactly. But I'll ride with the Wagners, whatever the Seahawks, whatever the hell they are. Yep, the Seahawks. So give me Wagner. That defense, I think they show up and lock down the Staples from the hospital.
One of the ones I really like, guys, I like Central Connecticut laying 6.5 against Lemoyne. I think Central Connecticut took it on the chin in those 2 random home games against LIU, and I forget who the other one was. Wagner. I think Central Connecticut might win out. I think that there's a premier team in this league, and they just took a couple close losses, or early losses in league play, and they're going to roll here. So yeah, I'm going to lay it with the Blue Devils.
Mac, may I interest you in an anti-aquatic lifestyle parlay here? Anti-Sharks, anti-Dolphins.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anything to fade LIU, I'm all on. I'm all in on this.
Fearing for your sanity when LIU wins this game by like 15.
This shit ain't happening. The pyramid scheme is fucking ending tonight. You used all your fucking tricks on fucking Monday when fucking inauguration was happening. That shit's being investigated. All eyes are on in Loretta, Pennsylvania here tonight. The frauds are coming to an end here.
I'm also on Central.
Central's good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
real Devils.
I cannot believe they lost to LIU. I still can't. They are so much better than LIU.
I took Lemoyne. I'm not betting it. I think they're better shooting, better rebounding, and Dolphins are smart. They'll find a way to win this game. They'll use their brain power and sneak away way in this game. I think it'll be a 1-possession game. They might be live here.
Chicago State's live tonight, guys. Getting 9.5. Line's coming down at Stonehill. The fuck is Stonehill to be lying 9.5?
Chicago State sucks dick, dude.
Dude, they're in 4th place in this league.
Chicago State sucks dick, dude.
So does Stonehill. Stonehill sucks ass. That was my
but we're gonna be But everybody, me and all chat is just going to be getting high tonight on Stonehill. It's a system play because it says Stone in the name.
Chicago State money line.
I picked this one last night when I got abruptly added with Stooley and Huff to the Pump Fake Pod, but I have not bet it, and I don't think I'm going to.
All right, this game just I picked Chicago State last night. I'm like, that's too many points for Stonehill. I don't care who they're playing. But it could easily be a Mississippi Valley State situation. I know Chicago State's won 2 games, but they've gotten the doors blown off
They're
in a lot of games here. Yeah, they're in 4th. Yeah, good. I can't argue that point. Them and 5 other teams are sitting in 4th place right now. But
they have 2 double-digit wins in league play. They either get blown out or they blow whoever they're playing out.
Yep. So you got a point. If you're gonna, you might as well sprinkle it on that Chicago State money line and then lay it with Stonehill because one of the two is going to happen. There's going to be no in between. It won't be close one way or the other.
Friday night, Chicago State, baby.
I've gotten too high in graveyards before and hung out to not bet Stonehill.
So that's all the 7 o'clock games. 7:30. This game's great. St. Joe's, Dayton, Troy. I benedicted last night after you put me on the spot. Initially, I was like, I kind of like St. Joe's. And then I'm like, no. I'm not going to be the idiot that fucking comes to the post-game show and go, I'm the idiot that got cute and tried to take St. Joe's at Dayton on a Friday night national TV game. They're going to blow them out. Not blow them out. 10-15. I'm not getting cute here.
Is it still 5.5?
I think it was down to 4.5.
I was worried about the 5.5 seeming sweaty. I'll take the free point and definitely probably bet it again at 4.5, but I took it at 5.5 as well. They kind of turned it around, like I said, after their 3-game losing streak. And, this is a building fucking play here. This is Flyer fans on a Friday night. What else do you do in Dayton, Ohio?
It's square. I mean, it's still Dayton, but I mean, I think they found something last game. I think that they're one of those teams that takes it on the chin early and then they just like went out basically and rolled teams. Where you go, Trev?
Like I've said before, this St. Joe's team is Butler 2.0 for me. I cannot figure them out.
The analytics love them. The analytics love them.
They do. I mean, Dayton at home, you can't argue the fact. The UD Arena, that place gets rocking, and it's a Friday night in Ohio. So to Troy's point, what are you going to do? You're going to go to this game and get shit wasted. Or
as Deuce says, you can do meth.
There's always that option. Yeah, you got 1 or 2 avenues to pregame for this game, but I think St. Joe's hits their shots tonight. I think they're live to win. So Dayton probably wins by 12, but I like St. Joe's. I mean, they can shoot the ball. They're not terrible. They got great guard play. I sway St. Joe's, but I never got anywhere on that.
Yeah, if you bet St. Joe's tonight, I'm all about getting in the foxhole. I don't like getting in the foxhole with that team. Is my thing. Like they sell in all these big spots. Every time I'm like, St. Joe's looks like they're turning the corner. They'll sell in a big moment. This feels like one of those moments. So, all right, that does it for the 7:30 slate. Let's pay the bills. DraftKings Sportsbook playoffs. If you want to bet on Hail to the Redskins money line against those fucking filthy ass Eagles, get on over there to DraftKings Sportsbook. Talking playoffs. Get in on the action today. First time touchdowns, anytime touchdowns, got it all. New DraftKings customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. And of course,
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
And we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Use that sign-up code TCESGPN to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Underdog Fantasy, promo code TCESGPN. Take it away, Troy. Where do you want to go here?
Well, I know I saw the Stooley play was actually even on underdog. So I'll let you have that one. Meaning I'm going back to Peyton Sanford, higher than 2.5 threes here. And when we talk about it, what I expect an NBA score here in this Penn State game.
Dixon threes, over higher 2.5. I think, he gets the volume. If can't hit 3, so be it, but he's going to shoot 7 or 8, maybe 9 times a night at least.
Like
And,
threes, right?
I don't have another basketball one, but
Yeah, throw a hockey one in there. There ain't much hoops.
it's even worse than hockey. This is a gambling hotline number bet
Chinese
here.
cricket.
No, the women's snowboard super pipe in the X Games. Take Chloe Kim, better finishing position than 1.5. She'll win another gold. It'll be her 7th.
Really,
That's a serious bet. If you want to bet it on its own, it's minus 162.
Where's
if you're in a
Colby
state that's
Snowboard?
legal.
What the fuck is that?
My second one, I'm gonna take. I know Capper's on this too, but I like to play this just straight up by itself. Danny Wolf, higher than, I believe it was 3.5 assists. Is what higher than 3.5 assists. I play this bet straight up, just off the books all the time too. So I like him to be involved tonight. I mean, I still think he's going to turn it over 20 times, and Purdue rolls him. But I'll take higher than 3.5 assists. He gets his number quite a bit.
Let's fucking go, baby. Get on over there to Underdog Fantasy, promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, our friends over there. Get down on Rhythm, #1 AI-powered sportsbook and platform with bettors the ability to build their predictive models. Get on over there. My model loves Kansas against Houston tomorrow. Fade the analytics crowd. They're fucking idiots. Get on over there. The college basketball season is heating up, and Rhythm has the competitive edge you need with their data-driven predictions for every college hoops game, and now they're prepared to bet college men's basketball better than ever before. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. All righty, guys, let's get in on this one. Michigan, Purdue. Question for you guys. What is the money line parlay with Purdue and Dayton?
I don't know, probably worth $20.
No. I mean, in terms of is it even money?
Plus 129.
It's a little above it.
So how many people are going to have that little parlay tonight? Dayton money line at home, they can't lose. Purdue money line at home,
Marquette too.
Can't. Throw Marquette in there.
It's Dayton who's going to sell it. Purdue's going to fuck them up. Purdue's going to fuck them up.
Purdue. I think Michigan's a bad matchup for Purdue. I know they're off a loss, but I think Purdue is way overachieved so far. I don't like their roster. They just have a good culture. I think if they win by 2 or 3, one possession, Big Ten game. I think another Big Ten team covers and maybe wins outright on the road with that front court. Give me Michigan because Juwan Howard's not there. Let's go Dusty. Troy.
I think Purdue smacks the living fuck out of Michigan in this game. And I know that Michigan doesn't lose by this many points that often. There's a first time for everything. I think that loss to Ohio State is going to get them a lot more motivation than you can accredit for in points. This was one that I ended up taking up to 7.5. Purdue.
Yeah, I'm with them. I mean, you get Purdue, they were up 13 or whatever at half. They kind of tried to coast. And Ohio State came out and just hit everything in that second half to start it. And they just Purdue just was ice cold after that. They weren't prepared for that. I know they have Indiana on deck, but it's a week away. I don't think they're going to overlook this one as much. I mean, you got a Friday night Mackey game. Michigan's coming in, who turns it over 20, 25 times a game. And this defense that will turn you over. I don't think Braden Smith's going to have a bad game either. I think he shot like 2 of 13 or something combined the other night against Ohio State. I mean, yeah, he was 3 of 14 combined. So I don't think he's going to have that bad of a night again either. I think Lawyer's going to be ready, and then you got Kaufman-Renn first and Burgess down low. I know Burgess is he's a freshman, but I think First and Kaufman-Renn can be physical and make things uncomfortable for Vlad down there. And First can stay on Danny Wolf. So I got Purdue in this. I think they roll. I think it's going to be a smash. So give me Purdue.
Is the line short to you at all?
Yeah. But to his point, what's Michigan's biggest loss this year? 2 or 3 points? Two.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
three.
yeah, because they lost at the barn.
3, right?
They lost at Oklahoma and Arkansas games. Do they only have 3 losses?
4. Wake, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they lost to Wake. Yep. Yeah.
I got to say something because Juice mentioned this Youngstown State game. I saw somebody post their bet slip online. It was, minus 5,000 Youngstown State. They put 50 G's on it.
Jesus. Oh, they played that D2 school this morning?
Yeah.
The
other Penn State campus. The other Penn State campus. It was one of the funniest bets I've ever seen. I'm like, he won $1,000, I guess. And solid.
Dude, Coppin State was laying like 51.5 or something against whoever at D2 school. I couldn't believe it. It was like sometimes Bovada will put up these D2 games when they.
Oh, I know, Bovada's great about that shit.
Oh yeah, I'll look. I'm like, hell yeah, all right. Take the team total under whoever Army was playing and that sword. It's fun to get in with these super D-Gen spots every once in a while.
No doubt, indeed. I almost went to this game, but since we got the show at 11, this game tips at 9:00. Bonnie's VCU. I'm all over the Bonnies. Love the Bonnies tonight. This is that trend I keep talking about. Teams that lay an egg at home as a favorite, go on the road as a big dog. Everybody's out on them. Rally around Foxhole spot. VCU just played out of their minds on the road, back-to-back games. Don't be surprised if the Bonnies are live in this game.
VCU's played out of their mind for more than back-to-back games. Here's the actual system for this one. The VCU defense will completely stop the Bonnies from doing fucking anything at home at the Siegel Center. I'll lay the big number.
Yep, I laid it too. Bonnies have been 2 teams that are going opposite directions here. I laid it with VCU. I think they clamped down. I think this is like a 76-60 game. So I laid it with VCU tonight.
All right.
A lot of people like Bonnies with all those points. It's kind of like San Francisco yesterday.
I've seen this. The Bonnies fuck with VCU. They've been 2 years in a row down here.
Revenge.
Penn State, Iowa. I love Iowa too. I hate Iowa, but I love Iowa tonight in this spot. Just dropped an embarrassing ass home game. I think you're getting a discount here. Open at 2.5 up to 3.5. I think they roll. I think they win by 8 to 10.
I looked at this one for quite a while and still don't have a feel on anything on this line.
Iowa too.
Yeah, so I took the over 166.5, and I took the Penn State team total over 82.5 as well. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, this seems what did you call it, Trevor? The LA Fitness basketball.
Yeah, Huff likes to call it LA Fitness.
LA Fitness basketball. Yeah, this is no defense. If you like the NBA, this one will be fucking awesome for you. Yeah, you could probably take the Iowa team total as well. I think both get to 90.
Yeah, I played Penn State. Once Iowa shows me they can play, have a pulse on the defensive end, I'll look to back them maybe. But no, not tonight. I think Penn State gets out their outright win here. I debated that team total, but I'm like, nah.
You hate Iowa. You're a Wisconsin guy.
Yeah, whatever. We won't talk about that. No bias aside, of course. All bias aside, of course. But I took Penn State with the 3.5. I think it'll be a tight game. And again, like once Iowa plays some defense, we'll look at maybe backing them every once in a while.
This is Fran McCaffrey special. Just do enough to fucking stick around and be shitty.
What did you guys get? 2.5?
Yeah, I did get a 2.5.
All right, 3-point game. Everyone goes home happy.
I like that. It's 3.5 now, so hopefully you got it or buy it to 2.5. That's what key number. All right, nightcap FS1. This game will be going on. We'll have a live sweat on the pick show here tonight. UCLA going to Washington. Washington money line. Standalone game. This is going to be the most bet game of the night because it's the only game late night. People getting drunk. UCLA is only laying 4.5 against the worst team in the Big Ten. I think UCLA is a phony. I don't like this team. I keep saying that. I think Washington beats them outright in a revenge game where they played them only like the 6th or 7th game under Sprinkle, and it was a competitive game out there in Westwood. So yeah, give me Washington outright. And Washington is not public. I don't know who's saying that.
I have to bet this game because it's standalone, and Friday night we'll be feeling pretty good by the time this one tips. But I don't really feel that great about this number in either direction. So I do think that the smart play is just take the money line for Washington, and maybe if you're worried about losing anything, just, limit your units and get the same payout. But I don't know. I don't, this is not a great game.
I played Washington. I'm with you, Mac. I think they're live. The standalone angle. Everyone's going to be on it. And UCLA away from home hasn't been incredibly sharp this year. So I'll take Washington at home. They've lost 4 or 5 straight also. So they're in dire need of a win here. This is a sprinkle special. Let's go Huskies. Get the dub here. Maybe if it's a good day, maybe I'll sprinkle money line too. Add a little more onto this one.
Oh, yeah, let's go. It's going to be 11 o'clock sweat game. We already did that. I'm behind on the banners. Saturday, openers. Here we go. Everybody's favorites. Let me refresh. VSiN's letting me down. They only got 4 games on the board over there.
I see 4 on DraftKings.
Let's go over to another app then. I will go through this. First big game on the dock. Reminder, I will pick all the games. I will give out one play tonight, and I already tweeted out which one. You guys can take a guess which one I'm going to fucking unload or have already unloaded on. Georgetown, Providence. Does anybody know why we're talking about this game? Ed Cooley going back to the dunk, baby. Providence laying 1.5 off back-to-back losses. Georgetown won at Villanova. Providence laying 1.5. Troy, what do you think, man?
Ed Cooley's kind of got him going. Sorber came back, and they kind of look like a pretty competent team right now. But that place is going to be fucking on fire for him coming back.
Fire.
This is a building bet. Fade Ed here.
Yeah. Yep, I'm with you. I know Georgetown's looking better, but they just got a huge comeback win over Villanova. Now they're going to hit the road to this. Providence is terrible, but if there's one game they've had circled all damn year, it's this game. What time is this game exactly?
12:30.
Oh, criminal. This should be a fucking night game, but they'll still be up for it. They're going to be loud. They're going to be wasted still. They're going to be pregame in this game from the second they wake up. So I like Providence here. I'm laying it with Providence tomorrow.
I'm going to be wasted watching this game. That's how fired up I am for this game.
I hope John Fanta's calling this game.
Yeah. Next up, let's go over to 1:30 on CBS. This line open 5.5 up to 6.5. Sparty's undefeated in the Big Ten. They're going to the Garden, playing. What happened to my fucking light? Apparently the Garden's lights are too bright. They went right out for me. They're playing Rutgers. Rutgers at the Garden. What do you think, Troy? Does Sparty stay undefeated, or did we finally get a loss at the Garden?
Not at the rack, playing it at the Garden. Plays right into the Mike Izzo hand. Or I don't know why I said Mike. I might be.
Like, who's Mike?
I think I know why.
I'm trying to read all the comments and everything at the same time. Looking at Huffer touting the Hoyas. No, this is a Michigan State Tom Izzo spot. I'm on the Spartans.
Why this game? If this was at the rack, I'd be on Rutgers money line.
Yep.
I kind of hate it. I mean, what are they laying 5.5? You said
5.5 now, 6.5.
Yeah, it's moving.
It opened at my favorite dog number, the 5.5. I love the 5.5.
I'll wait. This line's going to move. People are going to smash Michigan State. I'll be on Rutgers anyway. We'll see how big this line gets. But, man, Rutgers needs to get – like, this would be a huge win at the rack. They were losing at the rack when everybody was sick and not playing or hurt or whatever. This should be at the rack. But regardless, I will be on Rutgers, whatever this number gets up to, hopefully around 8 or so. I'll play Rutgers.
Okay, second bet for me. I'll take your Rutgers. I can't resist. Rutgers money line. Izzo and Sparty ain't fucking running the table in the Big Ten. All right, non-Power 5 game. What if I told you we got 2 unbeatens in the MAC going on? Miami of Ohio, Akron, and if you watched my coaches series in the summer, Travis Steele and John Gross are stepbrothers. So this is a family reunion game, and you got 2 unbeatens. Fascinating matchup here with some action on Saturday. Why is this on a fucking Friday night game? Jesus.
I mean,
I got pissed off. I hyped it up, and then I go, wait a minute. It's 2:00 on ESPN Plus on a fucking goddamn Saturday, you stupid motherfuckers. Golly.
this one's a hard read. Both of these teams are playing some fucking awesome basketball. They both shoot really well. I'll just play the home team in the Zips. They've really turned it on recently, but I don't know if I'm going to bet this one. This one might just be a old school fanboy watch with no money on it.
Yeah, I'll take the Dogs. So I'm guessing that's probably Miami, Ohio. I think you said.
Yeah, because the game's in Akron.
Yeah, I'll take the dog. I think it'll be tight. I mean, both are really good, but Akron doesn't get to the free throw line, so I mean that could be an issue. They like to shoot threes, and that might come back to bite them if their shots aren't falling. So I will take the dog here in Akron. I think it's gonna be a 1-2 possession game at most.
Why are there only like 5 games on at 12 too? Like, what the fuck is this schedule tomorrow? All right, so we got Iowa State heading out west for the first time, going to Tempe. Clones are laying 9.5 here against the Sun Devils off the West Virginia win. Clones, I mean, what are they, 16-2? They beat the fuck out of everybody. Troy, are you laying it here with your Clones?
Yeah, blind Clones hammer.
Yep, I'm with you.
It's a good spot for them too.
Yeah, you just got Arizona State, just beat West Virginia on the road. Now you're flying back home. Iowa State, off that loss, they did smash UCF, but I think they're going to be able to force enough turnovers. That offense isn't going to have another slump game like they did against West Virginia. So I like Iowa State here too. I mean, it feels like it's just big enough number to where you don't want to lay it with them on the road. But Arizona State's, they're not good. I mean, I was down on this team, and then they cost me a bunch of money. I was back in, and now they're just selling again. So give me the Clones. I think they're going to win by 15 plus. They always find a way late to like pull it out too.
Yeah, they're a fucking wagon. Two bets.
That's
two bets,
what 11 a.m. Tempe time.
I think it's noon. Aren't they Mountain?
They're 2 hours behind me. Yeah, no, it's an 11 a.m. game.
It's an 11 a.m. game after a Friday night in Tempe with all the fake tits bouncing around. There's not going to be anybody there.
Yeah, it's filthy. Couple bets Colby will give out. Colby will lock up Detroit plus 13.5 at Wright State. He will lock up LaSalle plus 1.5 at home against Rhode Island. So I'm giving out Colby's plays already, and you guys can bust his chops in the chat when we get there tonight. So, yeah, he'll probably lock up Harvard plus 13.5 against Yale.
Harvard.
A&M Texas, 2:30. A&M's only laying 1.5 at Texas. They played on what? Did they play on Christmas Eve? Not New Year's Eve this year?
January 4th.
Okay. I'm not completely lost my mind. I knew it was early January. A&M opened it up in that second half. What happens here, Troy? Buzz?
What's Dean Norris's character's name in Breaking Bad? The DEA agent.
I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about, though, right? Like the chunky, bald white guy. This is legitimately Gustavo Fring from Breaking Bad versus the DEA agent from Breaking Bad.
Hank Schrader.
Hank Schrader,
Hank.
that's right.
That was it,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is Hank versus Gustavo Fring here. I hate Rodney Terry. It cost me last time, but I will not sway. I also didn't play my sweaty coach angle, and it cost me on the buzzsaw. So we're back on the buzzsaw here. Hank is going to take down Gustavo Fring, and I will have a sweet meme afterwards.
No, I'm gonna lay it with Texas or take Texas. They just got smoked. Texas A&M just stole a game from Ole Miss. It's good. It's time for the universe to align that win back to a loss here against Texas. I probably won't bet this game because God, I hate Texas and betting on them to win. But this line is disgusting. But I'll take Texas in a revenge spot.
All right? So there's no 12 o'clock ESPN game. What's the ESPN game at 12? Is it fucking women's basketball? Are they doing that thing where they are they trying to do that one thing where they're trying to crowbar the women's game in the middle of the men's like triple quadruple header? I hate when they do that shit.
Let me see. I actually have cable. It's Pacers and Spurs.
No.
They played the other day.
Tomorrow at noon, because it randomly goes Kentucky, Vandy, 2:30 ESPN. This one's at 2:30 ESPN.
Tomorrow at noon is Indiana Pacers, San Antonio Spurs.
They're putting a rerun.
They're playing again. Paris.
Oh yeah,
because they're playing in Paris, right?
That's stupid.
I have no comments. What the fuck are we doing? Fucking league sucks. Anyway, Kentucky, Vandy. Game will probably miss the first 4 minutes because somebody will be faking an injury or fucking they'll be reviewing shit in that fucking NBA game that everybody will fall asleep to. Fucking bad product. Kentucky's laying 3.5 at Vandy. That line seems a little short, Troy.
Will this one be as lit as Tennessee and Vandy? There's a chance that it's kind of close.
It'll be lit. Now, Kentucky fans will travel just like Tennessee fans, but Vandy's good at home. So, I mean, what's your handicap?
I just like Mark Pope a lot. I think some of these travel spots are, get behind your big, tall, bald guy. And
yeah,
I'm going to lay it with Kentucky.
Okay.
I'm going to look at Vanderbilt here. They just got smoked at Alabama, but they almost brought that game back pretty close. I think they got it to like 9 or 10 late. And then Alabama just managed to get turnovers and get to the free throw line. So I like Vandy coming back, bounce back. This is a huge game, just like that Tennessee game. And Kentucky struggles. I mean, they don't play a ton of defense. I mean, like at times they do, but they also can give up 90, 100 points too at home. Now you're going to hit the road against a Vandy team that, like Mac has said, has been playing really good this year. So I kind of like Vandy, and that line just feels like it's inviting all that Kentucky money on that they want. Money line parlays with Kentucky tomorrow. Yeah.
Talk me into it. Georgia, Florida. Mike White going back there. He's been getting drilled in these games, though, recently. I guess they covered last year. Back in Gainesville, Florida opened at 9.5, up to 10.5. Troy, what do you think? Georgia, Florida line, baby. Cocktails all over the place.
It seems like Florida's starting to get almost too much respect with some of these lines. They're definitely my favorite team in college basketball, but sneaking out that road game against South Carolina and then taking into account that Georgia's just lost 3 straight, and I mean, they completely blew that game to Cal. I'm going to take the points with Georgia here. I don't know if this is a live dog on the road, but I do think that this is only like a 3-possession game.
Okay. Trev?
Yeah, I want to back Florida here, especially after they just got a scare, but Georgia's been good. I mean, they had Auburn. I know it was at Georgia, but they had Auburn on the ropes. I mean, no Janai Broom too, I guess you could say. I don't know. I mean, fading Florida just seems like a suicide mission. I mean, they can run it up on you, no problem. But maybe Georgia gets up for this one. Maybe Tennessee's a little hungover, or Florida's a little hungover from that last second basket and that comeback against South Carolina late. So I'll take Georgia. I don't know. I'll probably Benedict myself tonight when we go over this. But right now, I think I kind of like Georgia in this spot off of a loss. Hitting the road to another big dog. I think they can give them a game.
This line reeks. Oregon's only laying 5.5 at Minnesota at the barn. Only 5.5. Oh my God, the barn. They've won 2 in a row. Now they're getting short numbers. Troy, you laying it with the Ducks? Or you taking the old Gophers?
Gophers, no shot. Laying it with the Ducks here. We all hate the gross number, but this is a sell the barn spot, I think.
Yeah, Minnesota's won 2 games, so now all of a sudden they're going to get a little bit of respect here with this. That's disgusting. Minnesota's going to foul Oregon a shit ton, send them to the line, and when Minnesota does find themselves at the line, they're shooting 65% in conference play, which is dead last. They ain't going to win this game. They're going to get blown out. Give me Oregon.
See the chat going on. The old barn, yeah. The barn is one of Beanick's worst takes, up there with that Diebler sucks as a coach, and that's why he was an underdog to Purdue, because everybody is favored at Purdue, apparently. Shout out to Noah Beanick and his Ohio State logic. Moving along here.
Taking the napkin hostage.
Oh, my God.
No bias behind that Ohio State take.
Throw up when he was talking the other night about that bullshit. Oh, Troy, Baylor, Utah. Baylor up there, laying 2 at the Utes. What do you think? Baylor drilled them at Utah. That was on New Year's Eve.
We were kind of spot on taking the points with K-State for the Tang angle, but it does look like Baylor found something there with VJ kind of taking the game over. My biggest complaint about them was they don't really have like a late game identity in who's going to do it. Maybe the dude that's going to get picked 2nd or 3rd in the fucking NBA draft should be the one that's doing it. I do think that they found something with VJ. I'm going to lay it with the Bears. Utah sucks.
Okay. Going to lay it.
Yeah, this is a system play for me. I fade the team off of a Houston game. Houston beats the ever-loving shit out of you, and Utah got embarrassed.
Yeah.
Got embarrassed. And, I think Baylor's going to pop up and get this one. I mean, like you said, VJ, what did he have, 30 last game?
Yeah,
I think it was like 27, 25, 27 or something like that.
Yeah,
but
he went nuts. I mean, I know Utah's got some size down low to battle Omier, but what did he do in Miami last year? He was there big, and he battled everybody. He was really good. So I'm not too worried about it. Give me Baylor. Utah off to Houston. No, thank you.
Here's another one for the Penn State-Iowa game tonight. This Utah team that scored, 39 against Houston, scored 88 on Iowa.
There you go.
Utah had 36. That's
36,
not giving too much credit.
Sorry.
A lot of tuck jobs going on right now. Duke, wait.
Those are illegal now, right?
Yeah. Those got banned.
Yeah.
Duke's going to Wake. Duke laying 9.5. Got the court storm last year. What do you think?
I mean, I'll lay it with Duke. I'm not going to overthink this. They've got the best college basketball player.
Yeah, this is Dookie. Duke's been absolutely mauling teams this year. They're winning by 20 plus every time, except for that Notre Dame game where they just got hot the last 3-4 minutes of that game. Duke big, Wake Forest, like you said, just stormed the court, and I think they went all out, and they still only won by 1 against North Carolina, knowing they're not going to beat Duke anyway. This place may be on fire, but Wake's offense is tough to watch. Like it hurts to watch. So give me Duke. They're going to win by 15 plus here.
Missouri, Ole Miss. Ole Miss off the home loss going to Columbia. Missouri's laying 2.5 against Beard and company.
I don't have a great feel on this one either. I kind of want to back Ole Miss after that loss, but I'm probably not going to bet this one, to be completely honest. I think maybe Missouri responds just being at home.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. Like I wish Missouri would have beaten Texas, but I'll take Chris Beard as a dog. I mean, they just gave that game away to A&M. They were leading by 6th the last minute, 8th the last minute, and just blew.
How many layups did they miss?
Oh God, not as many as UMass Lowell yesterday. I'll tell you that much. I'll take Ole Miss here.
Bet of the year right here. Kansas is laying 1 at the Fog against Houston.
How many points is the Fog worth in your mind, Mac?
in a big game in prime time,
6
a lot.
points. Yeah.
a lot. Like they don't lose in that fucking building in prime time in a standalone game. Or
Is Sharp still hurt for Houston?
he
didn't play
sat out
last
the other night. He'll probably play this, but Kansas already lost a rare home game this year. They're not losing another. They'll win by 10. They always get Self will get those guys ready. I've seen this over and over and over again. Everybody will say Houston's going to punk them. Self will tell his team over and over and over again, and they'll meet the challenge at the Fog. They win by 10.
Yeah, and this is an easy one for the Kansas Boosters. With only 1 point, they're going to be hammering that. Trying to make some extra NIL money for the football team that got put into the preseason top 25. It's too bad they don't have a bunch of look-ahead lines where you could just bet Kansas in every home game for the rest of the year to not lose again at the Fog. Yeah, I'm hammering Kansas on this one too.
Yeah, easy Kansas. I think everyone's going to see Houston. Obviously, like the metrics and everything are great because they just roll teams, but this isn't at home. I mean, we've seen what happens when they go on the road. UCF almost got them. Now you're going to go to Kansas. This is a bad spot. I think they're going to, like you said, lose by margin there, Mac. And not to mention, if it's tight, they're going to get a whistle. They're going to get a whistle and make sure they escape this one. So yeah, Kansas money line big. It's probably going to be my biggest bet of the season.
They're saying they're plus 1.5 at FanDuel.
2.5.
People are buying Houston.
Good luck. They
Perfect. We're getting plus money with Kansas at home.
Again, remember this shit last year? This exact same game? Houston coming in all happy and fat? No, Houston's taking a fat L tomorrow. St. Mary's at Wazoo. St. Mary's only laying 5.5 here in Pullman. Troy, let's go more rapid. 4 more games.
All right. Well, right now, St. Mary's defense is shutting everybody up. Wazoo kind of collapsed. I'll lay it with St. Mary's. They look like they're significantly better than we gave them credit for even just like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I'll lay it with the Gales.
I kind of like St. Mary's. Washington, who was that? Lawan Watts or whatever. He did roll his ankle or something last night, late in that game too. So curious to see how he'll do. But yeah, I mean, I was talking a little mess to Huffer about St. Mary's, about disrespectful line to San Francisco, but yeah, they shut me up. So I mean, this one is on the road, so we'll see. But I'd be inclined to take St. Mary's here also.
UConn Xavier's a pick. Add Xavier. Interesting game. Troy?
UConn. I'm the best fucking coach in the world.
Yeah. According to who? Him?
Self-reported. That's the same as the you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Where are you going?
Yeah. Xavier smash. They just blew that game the other night. So I think they're gonna come out and they're gonna get this one. UConn's Fugazi. I'm sitting on 2 national title tickets, and I hate what I've seen, especially with no McNeely and Caravan. Like they've been just an absolute mess. So good luck tomorrow.
Boomer Sooner, Arkansas. Arkansas like 3.5 again.
Cal's rolling, right?
Oh God.
This I might think about betting Arkansas here just because we know that Oklahoma is a fraud, and I want to say that Arkansas is also a fraud, but not really because they're just kind of placed where they should be. They lost to the good teams that they've played in the SEC. They got a nice Cal get up spot. This is a very classic pump and dump. If you hit Cal in the last game, I don't know if you should roll it, but I don't have a great feel on this one, to be completely honest.
No, Arkansas has Kentucky on deck. They've had that circled since Cal got hired, which, by the way, they're going to go in and win. I'm taking Oklahoma here. Arkansas is not going to win this game. They're already looking forward to Kentucky, and they celebrated this game like crazy, finally getting this first win after 6 or 7 games in conference play. They're going to lose, and then everyone's going to sell on them, and then I'm going to buy them against Kentucky.
It's a double pump and dump. You bought them for the first Cal win, dump it, and then buy it again when it goes back down.
Yeah, they just came back from 17 down and won on a And covered on a fucking layup late.
Hey, nightcap. Tennessee at Auburn. Auburn laying 6.5. This line opened at 6.8. It's been at 6.5 the whole time. So, Broom game time decision. This place is going to be on fire at the Jungle.
I mean, this is a jungle bet, but I think you should wait until you get the news on Johnny Broom.
I don't care. Auburn at the Jungle, give it to me. Tennessee just got who did they beat? Yeah, they beat Georgia. Who did Tennessee? Mississippi State. They had that Mississippi State game. I think you're hitting the road 8:30 or 7:30, whatever time at night at the Jungle. I don't care if Johnny Broom's there or not. They're gonna roll him.
Welcome to the Jungle, baby. All right, 7 o'clock games tipping off here. Get on over there. Reminder, we are live here in 4 hours for Saturday's mega marathon slate. Subscribe, tell a friend, help us help you. He's at Sully Picks. He's at Troy Chitting. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. We are the College Basketball Experience, and we are out of here.